Q3311. The angle of attack at which an airplane wing stalls will A. Increase if the CG is moved forward. B. Change with an increase in gross weight. C. Remain the same regardless of gross weight. The correct answer is C. The angle of attack at which an airplane wing stalls will remain the same regardless of gross weight. The stall angle of attack is primarily determined by the wing design, airfoil shape, and other aerodynamic factors. It is the critical angle of attack beyond which the airflow over the wing becomes turbulent, resulting in a loss of lift and an aerodynamic stall. Gross weight affects the overall performance of the aircraft, including its stall speed, but it does not directly impact the angle of attack at which the wing stalls. Therefore, regardless of changes in gross weight, the angle of attack at which the wing stalls will remain constant. 3220. What is one purpose of wing flaps? A. To enable the pilot to make steeper approaches to a landing without increasing the airspeed. B. To relieve the pilot of maintaining continuous pressure on the controls. C. To decrease wing area to vary the lift. The correct answer is A. One purpose of wing flaps is to enable the pilot to make steeper approaches to a landing without increasing the airspeed. By extending the flaps, the effective camber of the wing increases, resulting in increased lift and higher drag. This allows the aircraft to maintain lift at lower airspeeds, which is particularly useful during approach and landing when a steeper descent angle may be required. The increased lift provided by the flaps allows for slower speeds and shorter landing distances, enhancing the aircraft's maneuverability and control during the final stages of flight. 3315. Ground effect is most likely to result in which problem? A. Settling to the surface abruptly during landing. B. Becoming airborne before reaching recommended takeoff speed. C. Inability to get airborne even though airspeed is sufficient for normal takeoff needs. The correct answer is B. The ground effect is most likely to result in the problem of becoming airborne before reaching the recommended takeoff speed. Ground effect refers to the increased lift and reduced drag experienced by an aircraft when it is in close proximity to the ground, typically within one wingspan. In ground effect, the cushion of air compressed between the wings and the ground creates additional lift, allowing the aircraft to become airborne at a lower indicated airspeed. This can lead to the aircraft lifting off prematurely, even before reaching the recommended takeoff speed. 3312. What is ground effect? A. The result of the interference of the surface of the Earth with the airflow patterns about an airplane. B. The result of an alteration in airflow patterns increasing induced drag about the wings of an airplane. C. The result of the disruption of the airflow patterns about the wings of an airplane to the point where the wings will no longer support the airplane in flight. The correct answer is A. Ground effect refers to the result of the interference of the surface of the Earth with the airflow patterns about an airplane. When an aircraft is flying close to the ground, typically within one wingspan or less, the airflow around the wings is affected by the presence of the ground. This interference causes changes in the airflow patterns, resulting in several aerodynamic effects. These effects include an increase in lift, a reduction in induced drag, and a decrease in wingtip vertices. The increased lift and reduced drag and ground effect allow the aircraft to experience improved performance, such as lower stall speed and increased lift-to-drag ratio. 3313. Floating caused by the phenomenon of ground effect will be most realized during an approach to land when at A. Less than the length of the wingspan above the surface. B. Twice the length of the wingspan above the surface. C. A higher than normal angle of attack. The correct answer is A. Floating, which is the extended ground effect experienced during an approach to land, is most pronounced when the aircraft is flying at a height of less than the length of the wingspan above the surface. When the aircraft is in ground effect, the airflow beneath the wings is compressed, resulting in increased lift and reduced drag. This can cause the aircraft to have a prolonged float, where it maintains a significant amount of lift even at lower airspeeds. As a result, the aircraft may require a longer distance to fully transition from the descent phase to the touchdown phase.